Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to solve exercise 6.3, sixth problem. Right? See what is given. A, B, C, D are coplanar vectors. Then we have to show A cross B cross C cross D bar is equal to 0 bar. Right? Given A bar, B bar, C bar, D bar are coplanar. Coplanar vectors. Coplanars. Now I am finding A cross B bar cross C bar cross D bar. We should get 0 bar. Okay. Now treat this as a single vector. Suppose this is A cross B cross C, then how we can write by vector product, vector triple product, how we can define this vector into second vector dot product. So we can write A cross B bar dot D bar into C bar minus A cross B bar dot C bar, A cross B bar dot C bar into second vector D bar. Right, now here we can write this as bracket ABC. Why? Because scalar product. This is scalar triple product. We can write bracket ABD, not ABC, into C bar minus this is also scalar triple product. So you can write bracket of A bar C bar into D bar. See, now I am going to use this condition, given condition. ABCD are coplanar. So if ABCD are coplanar, automatically ABD also coplanar. If three vectors are coplanar, then box of that vectors will be 0. 0 into C bar minus ABC are coplanar, so box of ABC also 0 into D bar. So that is equal to 0 into 0 vector, 0 into any vector, 0 vector, 0 into any vector, 0 vector, 0 vector minus 0 vector, again 0 vector. Okay, this is problem number 6. Now problem number 7 in this exercise. Seventh problem. If A bar is equal to I plus 2j plus 3k, B bar is 2i minus j plus k, C bar is 3i plus 2j plus k, and A bar cross B bar cross C bar is equal to LA bar MB bar NC bar. Find L, M, N values. Find L, M, N values. Right? Solution. Now we have given vectors and I am taking this given A bar cross B bar cross C bar is equal to LA bar MB bar N C bar. Now this is vector triple product. Vector triple product also we can write as A bar dot second vector into first vector minus A bar dot into first vector into C bar is equal to LA bar plus MB bar plus NC bar. A bar dot C bar. How to product A bar dot C bar? Product of components of A bar and C bar. So here you will get by dot product of these two, A bar and C bar. 1 3s are 3 plus 2 2s are 4 plus 3 1s are 3 into B bar minus A dot B bar, dot product of this 1 into 2 2 plus 2 into minus 1 minus 2 plus 3 into 1 3 into C bar is equal to LA bar plus MB bar M B bar plus n c bar. Okay, right. Now by simplifying, 3 plus 3 6 plus 4 10 b bar minus here 2 cancel, minus 3 c bar is equal to L a bar plus m b bar plus n c bar. Now by comparing on both sides, here a bar coefficient L, left hand side a bar coefficient 0, so you will get L equal to 0, and m vector, m is the coefficient of b bar, here m is 10, and here n is c bar, so here n is minus 3. These are element values. Okay, now next problem. Problem number 8. Eighth problem. If A cap, B cap, C cap are 3 unit vectors, such that B bar, B cap and C cap are non-parallel, and A cap cross B cap cross C cap is equal to 1 by 2 B cap. Find angle between A cap and C cap. Find angle between A cap and C cap. Solution. What is given? A cap, B cap, C cap are unit vectors. Given A cap, B cap, C cap are unit vectors. What is the meaning of unit vectors? Magnitude is 1. Unit vectors. So magnitude of A cap, magnitude of B cap, magnitude of C cap is equal to 1. Next, B and C are non-parallel, so I am using this given A cap cross B cap cross C cap. Cap is nothing but it has only direction and magnitude is 1. Unit vectors are denoted by cap. Okay, 1 by 2 B cap, 1 by 2 B cap, 1 by 2 B cap. By expanding left hand side, A cap, this is vector product, no? Vector triple product. A cap dot C cap into B cap minus A cap dot B cap into C cap. Left hand side. Right hand side 1 by 2 B cap. Since B cap and C cap are non-parallel. So we can compare on both sides. What we will get by comparing on both sides? By comparing on both sides, what you will get? You will get A cap C cap value is coefficient of B cap. Right hand side coefficient of B cap is 1 by 2. And dot product. What is dot product? Means A cap mod C cap cos theta. Here theta is angle between A and C is equal to 1 by 2, where theta is angle between A cap and C cap. A cap is 1, why? Because unit vector. C cap is 1, why? Because unit vector. So 1 into 1 into cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. Cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. So we got cos theta is 1 by 2. We got cos theta equal to 1 by 2. So in place of 1 by 2 we can write cos 60 pi by 3. So theta is pi by 3. Therefore angle between A cap and C cap is pi by 3. Therefore angle between A cap and C cap is pi by 3. Now let us discuss about application of vectors to 3D geometry. Right? We know all straight lines and planes. All straight lines and planes are subset to R cube. R cube means 3D space, right? R cube. All straight lines and planes are subset to R cube. Now we can apply the vectors to derive the equation of straight line also. So to derive equation of straight lines having two types of forms. One is vector form, another is Cartesian form. Right? Let us discuss about straight lines. Right? Now straight lines. Straight lines having two types of equations. One is vector form having two types of forms of equations. One is vector form, second one is Cartesian form. Right? Now to express vector form we need one point on the line and its position vector and any arbitrary point on the line with position vector, then we can derive the vector form. And in vector form again we have two forms. One is one form having the parameter, another form not having the parameter, right? And in second vector form we are discussing about first form, vector form. In vector form of straight lines, we have two types. One is parametric vector form, in which form we will have the parameter, right? And second one non-parametric form. Actually we can derive line equation in two forms, vector form, Cartesian form. But in vector form only we have again two types. One is parametric form, another one is non-parametric form. Now let us derive the equation in parametric form and non-parametric form of the straight line in vector form. Right? Now first one, parametric form of vector equation. First one, parametric vector form of the straight line. Vector form of straight line. S line. Okay, I am deriving parametric form of straight line. To derive the parametric form of the straight line, right? Let me write what is the form of the straight line. The vector equation of a straight line, S line, passing through a fixed point. Passing through a fixed point with position vector A bar, with position vector I am taking as A bar, and parallel to a given vector, and parallel to a given vector b bar. Given vector b bar is r bar equal to a bar plus t into b bar, where t is real number, which is called parameter, where t belongs to r is a parameter. It is a parameter. Okay, now let us derive this parametric form of the equation. Okay, this is the parametric form of the straight line. Okay, I am going to derive how we can get this form, right? See here, suppose I am taking 3D space, x axis, y axis, z axis, origin. Okay, I am taking one fixed point here on the line, suppose A. I will take position vector of A as a bar. I am taking one position vector and another arbitrary point on this is straight line. Okay, I am taking one fixed point A on the straight line, and I found one position vector. I am denoting that position vector of the point fixed point A bar, and I am taking one arbitrary point anywhere. You can take one point. Suppose I am taking P here. Again, it will give the position vector of this arbitrary point. I am denoting by R bar. And we have another vector which is parallel to another vector which is parallel to. If this is a bar, this is r bar, then this is the AP vector. I am taking parallel vector which have two same directions. Vectors are called parallel vectors. I am taking b bar vector, right, in this direction. Right. Now we are finding the equation of straight line parametric form in vector parametric form, right? If a bar is the position vector, of fixed point on a line, and PBA arbitrary point on line, let r bar be the position vector of P. I'm taking r bar as position vector of P point. Position vector of P point. Right. Now I need a vector form of AP. Right. I will find AP vector. How we can write? OP vector minus OA vector. OP vector is r bar, OA vector is a bar. Right? OP vector minus A vector. Since AP is parallel to B bar. Since from the diagram AP is parallel to B bar. Since AP vector is parallel to B bar. So if any two vectors are parallel to another vector, one vector is parallel to another vector, then we can write first vector equal to scalar multiple of another vector. So first vector AP bar is equal to, we can write some t. I am taking scalar t here, which is a real number where t belongs to r. AP vector is r bar minus a bar is equal to p into b bar. That implies you can get r bar equal to a bar plus t into b bar. This is the parametric form of the straight line, which is parallel to given vector. Equation of straight line which is parallel with equation of the straight line which having the fixed point position vector a bar and parallel to another vector b bar. At that time use this formula to find the equation of straight line in parametric vector form. Okay, right. Now non-parametric form. Second one, non-parametric form of a straight line. Non-parametric form of a straight line, right? In the same diagram, since That from the same diagram, since AP bar vector is parallel to B bar vector, right? If any vector parallel to another vector, then we know that cross product of dot two vectors will be always 0 bar. And AP bar is what? R bar minus A bar. Already we got AP bar, R bar minus A bar cross B bar is equal to 0 bar. Now which is called non-parametric of straight line in vector form, where there is no scalar. So this is non-parametric. So if in the question he is asking non-parametric form, then use this formula. If he is asking parametric form, use first formula. Okay, right. Now one more Cartesian form. Two forms over in vector form. Now Cartesian form. Cartesian form of a straight line. Cartesian form of a straight line. S line. Cartesian form of a straight line. Suppose I am taking arbitrary point, any moving point. Suppose P I am taking as x comma y comma z, which is arbitrary point on straight line. A is I am taking fixed point x1, y1, z1, right? And I am taking parallel vector B bar as b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Okay, then substituting, then here position vector of P. Position vector of P will be I am taking as denoting by R bar, which is xi plus yj plus zk, and A, capital A, will be I am taking as small a bar equal to x1i plus x2j minus x3 k, sorry, x1 y1 here z1 k. This is position vector of A and P. Right, now we know that are comparing the coefficients, and we get what we get comparing the coefficient. That means I am using here parametric form. We know that R bar minus A bar equal to T into B bar. R bar is I am substituting xi plus yj plus zk, minus A bar is x1i y1j z1k is equal to T into B bar b1i plus b2j plus b3k, right? By comparing the coefficients of x, coefficients of I comma j comma k on both sides. Now what is the coefficient of I here? X minus x1 I coefficient, right hand side I coefficient b1 tb1, right? Next, by comparing the y coefficient y minus y1 left hand side, right hand side tb2. By comparing the coefficient of k on both sides, z minus z1 at left hand side, right hand side tb3, where t is real number, right? So I am bringing b1 at left hand side, x minus x1 by b1 is equal to t, y minus y1 by b2 is equal to again t, z minus z1 by b3 is equal to t. So every ratio is equal to t. So we can write this as x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2, z minus z1 by b3 is equal to some real number t. This is called Cartesian form of straight line. Cartesian form of a straight line which is passing through a fixed point x1, y1, z1 and parallel to the vector b1, b2, b3, b1i, b2j, b3k. Right? To get the Cartesian product, Cartesian form of the straight line, you have to use this formula. Now here write some notes. Note 1. Suppose if you need any arbitrary point on the straight line, then how to get x coordinate? By sending b1 at right side, tb1 by sending x1, tb1 plus x1, right? The point, which point? The point x coordinate. How to get? By equating this, you will get x coordinate by sending b1 at right hand side, tb1 by sending minus x1 at right hand side, x1 plus tb1, x1 plus tb1, and by comparing these two, y and this, you will get y coordinate, that is y1 plus tb2, next z1 plus tb3. It will be the coordinates of the any point on the straight line. The point is the any point coordinates, any point coordinates on the line, okay. So we can use this formula to find any point on the line, to get any point on the line if you have the equation of straight line in Cartesian form, right? Next one, where what is here, t is a real number. This is note 1. Now note 2. Note 2, write note 2. If you have like this equation, suppose x minus x1 by b1, y minus y1 by b2, z minus z1 by 0. Suppose this type of equation you are having. This can be written as, if you have denominator 0, you can write this as x minus x1 by b1, y minus y1 by b2, comma, right, z minus z1 is equal to 0. You can split this equation by into two parts, right? One is x minus x1 by b1, y minus y1 by b2, another one is z minus z1 equal 0. This is note 2. Okay. Now suppose we know that cosines of, note 3, we know that cosines of x-axis are 1, 0, 0, right? Therefore equation of x-axis in Cartesian form will be x minus 0 by 1, y minus 0 by 0, z minus 0 by 0. Why? Because 0, 0, 0 is origin. Suppose this is x-axis. We have one fixed point on the x-axis, that is 0, 0, and it have cosines 1, 0, 0. If x-axis cosines 1, 0, 0, then its parallel vector cosines also 1, 0, 0. So we can use 1, 0, 0 are the cosines of or direction ratios of the parallel vector, and we have one fixed point. So I can write Cartesian form in this way. And here we have two. Here we have denominator 0. Here 1, 0, here 1, 0, and Cartesian form will have t here. Right? This can be written as x is equal to t by comparing these two, and y equal to 0, and z equal to 0. You can write x-axis equation in this form also, here where t is belongs to R. Similarly, y-axis equation you can write as x minus 0 by 0, y minus 0 by 1, z minus 0 by 0 is equal to t. With z-axis equation, the equation of z-axis equation, x minus 0 by 0, y minus 0 by 0, z minus 0 by 1, it equal to 2. Why? Because 0, 0, 1 are the direction cosines of the z axis. Okay. Now today this is enough. Tomorrow we will solve some problems. Okay. Right. Thank you.